As dawn broke, the peace and serenity was shattered by the bellow of a wild animal.
Hey guys, welcome back to the After Class Podcast!
Hey! If you subscribe within 5 minutes, I cut off my dick.
He'll do it for real!
Dick gone, no dick balls.
Who we joined on the couch today? We joined with Quinn, Minty,
Leo. That's literally what came to mind.
Leo.
And Baden.
Yeah!
With a haircut.
With a haircut!
We're gonna wrestle.
Yeah. So guys, we've got so many activities planned on this podcast today, because guess what? The strings have been cut. The strings have been cut.
No strings.
No strings attached.
No strings attached to
We've
me.
left to our own devices, and this is what the product will be.
Facts.
We're making it right now.
We're making so much great content. Guys, we're going to start off with some fucking strange topics. Do you know what strange the first one is?
Hit me.
Okay. Guys, what are some, like, feelings or moments, I guess, moments, what are some things that are on the same, like, wavelength as an orgasm? I was stealing this from another podcast, so, yeah, but, like, what are some things? Like, an example is...
Igniting your lightsaber for the first time.
True.
Watch the last episode to find out that. Don't listen to it, watch it.
Watch it. It was pretty fucking epic. That's not a
It was
bad
pretty
one.
cool. That was a really, yeah, I get that.
Do you want one of that I covered from the podcast as well?
Jesus Christ. Think of original ideas, dude. We're
No.
trying to diversify from other podcasts.
Nope.
Okay.
Final day of school before holidays. That feeling,
Like, final day of a year before the summer holidays?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
you know, that's crazy, bro. You know, you're excited, you're rambling, you're ready to go. You don't know what the summer holidays have got for you. You're
And
ready,
like
man.
school's like completely winding down as well. So you can just be like
Yeah.
a dumbass.
Bro, you remember, do you guys used to like have stacked chairs?
What?
Stick chairs.
No, stack chairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tears and tears.
You ever
and
carry
tables?
4 chairs to impress your church
Yeah,
crush?
man.
Yeah.
I went to Catholic
Yeah.
school, bro, all the time.
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
I still do that. It's mainly to impress myself and to gaslighting to believe that I can do it.
It's just so you know that you're really strong. Because
Yeah.
look at the,
You got the big arms, bro. Oh, okay. Woo!
Oh, editor, get a close up on that. Don't actually. I'll get like real self conscious when rewatching it. Oh, fuck off.
So, Ethan, do you have any,
I kind of like coming.
just in general?
Coming's good.
What's your favorite part about it?
The cum.
No,
Coming's good.
Is it?
Comes gross. How
I
so?
Do you vomit when you come?
Vomit when you come.
What have I done?
No.
Oh, okay. I just like.
There are moments where I sprawl out and I feel sexy.
Once you vomited and cummed at the same time?
No.
Or you cum?
My friend told me she vomited on her boyfriend's penis.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh.
Like, was it?
No, but he couldn't come.
Wait,
He couldn't.
what?
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
a thing. He couldn't come.
He just had like a medical thing where he just couldn't. He could like
He couldn't-
orgasm, but he couldn't like release anything.
Oh.
It was just like a body like.
So blanks. He's shooting
Yeah,
blanks.
he was shooting blanks. Yeah.
Fuck.
But
Damn.
the first time, yeah, she choked on him and vomited in the corner.
Oh my god.
I walked in on them once and I felt
When she was vomiting?
no, just
Just generally.
I didn't walk in on them. I came to his house and didn't realize that she was there, and I interrupted them by being at their house because we had like a D&D session.
Yeah.
And I was like early because I didn't see in the chat
Yeah.
that because I didn't have Wi-Fi on the train and I
Yeah.
had to go to Paikokariki, and like I didn't know that there was a reason that there was a delay that they were pushing back D&D, and
I see.
apparently
It was for D&D.
it was for DNV.
D&V, bro. Fucking hell.
Oh, I get it. Sorry. Actually, did take a minute.
Dick and vagina. Vaginal.
It's a scary word.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shout out. No, I'm kidding.
Don't fucking
gonna say
dox
that.
him on the podcast, bro.
No, but he's. I see him around sometimes.
Yeah.
But well, when I lived in Paraparaumu, I'd see him
Facts.
frequently because he's like a lifeguard.
Facts.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben? Anything that rivals an orgasm other than actually having an orgasm?
Yeah.
Did you say I'm calling me out for unoriginal idea? That was an
I-
unoriginal idea. Ethan.
I get cum.
Hey,
Bro.
bro. What about pikelets, bro?
They're good.
Okay, I've got 2.
Yeah.
They're good.
Making someone else orgasm.
Facts.
Nice. I prefer it.
Facts.
Damn.
Yeah.
To
To come, yeah.
Facts.
I want
I
them to
don't.
feel pleasure before me.
Well, I want.
If the opportunity would come up, I would rather.
Come up. Sorry.
Like, I would rather them have their go first, feel good about it, and then me disappoint them. Like, not that, you know.
But us dudes can just like, you know, we can
Well,
kind of
that's what I
sort out
mean.
any situation, you know. We can fucking just like, we can sort ourselves out.
Yeah, that's what
You
I
know?
mean. Like, I would do, like, I'm not gonna.
You don't have to go into detail.
No, but, like, you know, let them go first, and then I can sort myself out if they're, like, too tired afterwards, or. Yeah.
Facts. What's your second one?
Just like a really good burger.
True.
I don't know, like, I had a decent burger the other day, and I bit into it, and I was like, this is sick.
Where was it from?
Burger Liquor?
Yes.
I've never been.
Fuck yeah.
I went with my friend Phil. Because we
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
seen each other in a while. And he was like, what do you want for food? And I was like, fucking burger, bro. He's like, let's go to Burger Liquor. And I was like, okay. And then we sat down, and this really pretty, I think she was trans, but she was really pretty, and she was a nice waitress, and she sat us down and was like, is this your first time here? I was like, yeah, it's my first time here. And she
Is
was like,
Burger Liquor the one that does the? I feel like I asked before the alcoholic milkshakes.
Yes.
Like,
I didn't have one. I really wish I did, but I didn't feel like drinking.
you don't
Like-
really. You do
Are they
taste
good?
it.
I haven't had them actually.
Is it a mud shake? Is that what they're called?
Nah,
Much-
it's
it's
just
different.
a
What's
just
a mud
like
shake?
Mudshakes are like the alcoholic, like chocolate milk. Dangerous.
That's
Dangerous.
an
bro.
alcoholic milkshake.
No,
Oh, I
but it's like
almost
chocolate
threw
milk.
bro.
Wait,
calm
Burger
down.
Liquor. Burger Liquor sells alcoholic. Oh, is it just alcohol? Do they just give you Coronas?
No, like,
No,
and that's
it's-
it is like a milkshake.
Yeah.
It's got alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's a mud shake.
No, a mudshake is a
Milkshake.
Is it no? Oh my god, I almost throw up as well. Oh my god, bro, I would go crazy.
What?
No, like
A
from-
mudshake would be thicker, isn't it? Isn't
But
that
like,
what
I think
implies?
like there's an actual like a drink called a mudshake,
Yeah.
which is an alcoholic
They're
chocolate
two
milk.
different things.
like a
like a branded.
Yeah,
Specifically, I think
okay.
mud shakes are chocolate flavored vodka.
Oh.
Or those are the
Oh,
ones
those
that
like
I've
the,
had.
the like random ass shots you see like when you walk into
They're always nasty.
yeah.
Always
Wait,
nasty.
the chocolate ones?
They're the only mud shakes
You know the
I've
tubs of shots?
had. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Where
those
you
ones.
peel off the...
Yeah.
I've never tried them, and I'm not that eager.
They're just bumhole.
When Cass and I were house sitting for one of her classmates, and on the way to the house, it was in the upper hut, but we went to Featherston to see her grandparents,
Yeah.
and her granddad gave us these like shots that someone gave him, and they were like, it was like alcohol and like tiramisu, alcohol, chocolate banana. They were so disgusting, but I drank so many of them just to like try them.
Yeah.
Some of them were decent. There were some like okay ones. Like there was
Yeah.
a salted caramel one, which I was like, this is actually pretty good. There was like a lime one, which I was like,
Oh, I would fuck
Yeah.
with the lime.
but there was some weird flavors, like
I'm just
raspberry cream bun. And I was
What
like,
the
why
fuck?
specifically cream bun? But they came in like cool little double
Double
shot
shot. Yeah,
glasses,
with little slides.
which I
I've
love.
seen those.
You put that in your washer. In your washer.
Washer dryer? Dryer washer?
Your washing machine. That's what it's called.
Washer mashing.
Yeah, washer mashing.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Boys, how have we been? Like, it's we had a break. Like, okay, I know, because on the last podcast, we didn't really talk about, like, how we're, like, I don't want to fucking go into, like, deep terrace.
I'll
But,
tell
like,
you
what's,
how
like,
I mean.
how are you, Ethan?
Ah!
What's going on, Ethan? What's going on in your life?
So, turns out I read the roster wrong for work today, and I'm meant to be working today, and I no-showed. And he called me. My boss called me like 30 minutes into my shift that I was meant to be there. I didn't pick up until 30 minutes after that.
Oh,
And I was like, oh shit. He was like, you're meant to be working today, and I was like, I thought I was working tomorrow.
Best excuse.
Turns out, because the roster starts on Wednesday and then it ends on Tuesday. Like, that's how it is on the roster.
that makes sense.
And so my shift today is on last week's roster, and I didn't read it properly. So here I am, fucked.
you're not fucked. It's your first strike.
Yeah.
I will say this: there have been times where I come in late. There have been times where that's not as recent actually. Recently, I'd come in early.
That's good.
So I'm not fucked, but it's like I don't like being in the bad books. You know what I mean? So that's how I
I'm sorry.
yeah. I feel bad about that.
Facts.
But I'm working tomorrow. I'm working Thursday, and I'm working Friday. So that's me.
Hey, there's this quote I love to live by. If you ever count 3 sheep in a row, there's always no defense. Next Tuesday. You know?
The microphone sits between the echoes of the past, but
And
the
the
past is the future and the present.
and the present is past.
He who smelt it, dealt it.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Dealt it wrong 'cause I got fucking dog shit hand.
It's one day. You made one mistake.
Yeah, I know.
You're being too
It's
hard on
not.
yourself.
It's not gonna be that bad.
You're being way too hard on
I
yourself.
know, but I don't like it.
Hey, you know what? Just pick up your pants and move on.
Well, yeah.
Why are your trousers down?
Yeah, Ethan, pull your pants up.
Yeah.
Ethan,
Ethan.
Oh, my balls!
audio listeners, Ethan's got his pants down and his balls are out and they're doing a little
I found
dance.
out before the podcast?
They're gone now.
You know what I found out before recording the previous one?
Mm-hmm.
That in the new Legend of Zelda game, Link has ball jiggle physics.
No, really?
Yeah.
How do you use balls?
Can you see his balls?
You can see the shadow of it on certain angles because he wears like tight pants.
Can you see Shaft at all?
No, you can see like,
Shaft.
the shadow of his balls and they jiggle when he like falls over.
Do you know what? I love how that was a conversation had to be had in an office space to like for that to happen.
That feels
Like no one just snuck that in. That was a conversation where they said it's like Japan, right? So it's like I was about to say Ian Motomoto. That's his fucking name. Ian.
I like him big.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
How old
No,
is
I'm not.
Link?
He's like 15 in the game or something like
Well,
that.
he slept for 100 years.
I was like, technically, but
so he's technically 115.
I hate that shit and fucking. They're technically 30. They're technically 1,000 years old, but they look like a 14-year-old.
Isn't that like the whole Genshin Impact?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
That's ridiculous things. And like that's why I like people who like that game. I'm like,
He's
There's
18.
something going
He's
on.
18.
oh, is that thing?
Yeah, Link is 18.
Yeah.
Okay, you can have balls.
Approximately.
You get balls when you're
He's allowed to
18.
have
Yeah,
balls.
they came in. They developed.
Yeah.
He's allowed to have balls.
But yeah, I guess people, the developers are like, he's too androgynous. People think he's too like femboyish. We need him to have balls.
He's
Yeah.
a twink. The Link is a
Yeah,
twink.
Link is
He's a
twink.
fucking twink of a man.
It's also a simp.
He is a fucking
He's-
simp.
He's a
Yeah.
fucking
Does he
simp.
speak in the new game?
No.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got
You can have a lowrider in the new Link. You can make a lowrider.
I've been trying to avoid anything from that game.
I know you can make crazy shit.
Yeah, I know.
Zelda dies. No, I'm kidding. I actually don't know.
Bro,
I haven't seen any gameplay of it. If that happens, I'm so sorry.
there was about to be a WWE match on this podcast, bro. Off the top rings, bro.
What
I
is
haven't watched. Like, I've barely played the first one.
the lore of Link? Is that I'll tell you right now. He's an elf,
Yeah.
and then there's a princess, and he's kidnapped by a big ogre. That has magic and hair
Yep.
and a forehead,
Mhm.
and they
Magic
disappear.
forehead.
Yeah.
And then Link wakes up, and the moon has a face, and his scary face, and it's coming down. And then because he gets out of that, and then now he's in an open world
Well, at
with
one
a
point he
with a
becomes
horse.
wolf.
You've missed so many.
I think he becomes
He's a
wolf
horse,
at some
and he
point.
has a fairy that screams.
Hey, listen.
Hey, he has and he has a horse.
Called?
Epona.
Hey!
Yeah.
He didn't even help. He had it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was a Pokemon. Not gonna lie.
Nah, Rapidash.
Is it not Epona?
No.
Epona.
Bonita.
Ponita.
Pona, these nuts in your mouth.
Ponita, these nuts in your mouth.
I saw like a TikTok clip of the Zelda game. Someone was going through their horses, and he like named all of his horses after like what they looked like. And then there was one called Donald, and it genuinely looked like Donald Trump.
Donald
Like,
Trump.
it genuinely, I was like, huh. Yeah, that makes sense actually.
I like
Big
horse.
Donald. You like horse?
Like the
horse.
game?
Horse? The gang?
The gang.
Horse gang.
Like
Game.
basketball.
Is it
G-A-M-E.
Hawk? Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Yeah.
Tony Horse.
Bro.
Tony
Tony
Hawk.
Horse,
I haven't
bro.
watched it yet.
There has to be a mod.
There's a Curtis Connor video where he talks about a shitty animated film that Tony Hawk made, and I haven't watched it yet, but it looks very
You
funny.
made an
from
animated film?
Apparently,
Bro, Tony Hawk's been in a lot of things.
Tony Hawk is like 60. That's crazy.
And he's still going.
Yeah.
He's still skating. I see him on the
skating.
half pipe all the time.
He doesn't own a car. He doesn't have a license.
Yo!
man. He goes overseas on a skateboard, on a surfboard, actually.
He's like the cool kids
That's
Tom
the furthest
Cruise.
we'll go.
I was gonna say, I associate him with Tom Cruise quite a bit.
Really?
They look
Yeah.
similar.
But like, I think they just kind of like
Kind of.
rose to fame in the same sort of time, and they kind of like give off the same like energy.
Yeah.
I think.
Imagine
I love
that.
Tom Cruise pro skater.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the only skater guy. There's
like,
no
well,
other Tony Hawk. There's just
sure.
Tony Hawk. He's the skater guy, and he
What
made
about-
a bunch of games.
Actually, what about Zeke and Luther?
True, Zeke and Luther. Those are the kid skater guys.
Yeah, they're still
Skater guys,
still skating.
XD.
Still skating today.
Skater guys
Skating in
XD.
prison.
Is one of them in prison?
Well, he's not.
He
anymore.
was.
He's making music now.
What did
He
he
made
do?
music in prison.
Robbery.
Yeah.
Armed robbery.
Good
Yeah.
on
I
him.
thought it was a name.
No.
Robbery. Oh, that makes
Was he
sense.
the Ranger or was he the other
He was
one?
Ranger.
the Ranger. Adam,
Bro, imagine being robbed by him. Can I get an autograph? Get on the ground.
bro,
That'd
he
be
was,
sick.
did you guys watch Lemonade Mouth? He was in that. Lemonade Mouth is so good. Disney movie about a band that gets together.
Lemonade Mouth.
We'll
the
watch
band
it
name.
sometime.
Sorry.
I thought you were about to add something to it. I
How
was like, that's
many
crazy,
Disney
bro.
movies are there?
It's too many. But
Disco.
Lemonade Mouth
What's that?
slaps.
Camp Rock.
Disco?
I was gonna
Oh,
say
that's
Disco
from
Rock.
that's from that, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And like the Ranger raps in that, and it's not very
Not
good,
good,
but
no.
it's like the worst part of the best song.
Do I remember Pair of Kings? You watched that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
He was
no,
in
d-
that.
Yeah.
He was in that. And he like,
Yeah, he was.
he got added in the third season because Mitchell Musso wanted to leave, and they were
Really?
like, actually, the twins, and they folded out the paper. We're a triplet.
No,
And-
really?
Yeah, but for some reason one of them was black, and I never really understood that. I was very confused.
Progressive.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
No, I think that's really cool, but I was like really confused with. I was like, one
How
of them
that
is like
happen?
How
Yeah.
very black, and the other is very white. And I was like,
Ink
I don't
ran
know
out.
if the-
What?
He said ink ran out. No, Pair of Kings was good, but I don't
was
know.
good.
I feel like it
Wasn't
hasn't
The Rock in it?
aged. No.
He was the middle child. He was the light skin.
Yeah, he was the Ranger.
He was the Ranger dude, bro.
No, I feel like The Rock possibly did it, but The Rock was on like a whole bunch of those Disney Channel shows. as,
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, like,
cameos.
you know, Adam
Adam's-
Sandler showed
yeah.
up in Jesse.
Adam Sandler, what are you doing here?
Waiting for them
to
Gangnam
Gangnam
Style.
What? Is that what he said?
Wow. Yeah, they like had a disco or something.
Yeah, it's
and
like
then,
it's
and then
the Dead Ones disco because one of the actors died.
wow,
Sorry.
Cameron.
Cameron
Yeah.
Diaz. He was genuine. Like I love that kid. He was cool.
That's
The
right,
dick
yeah.
I couldn't
Damn.
remember the character's
One
name.
one time, what were we watching? What was I watching? It was like we watched Grown Ups or something,
Yeah.
and then we're like, oh yeah, the dead one's in this. Let's go look up when he died. It was like a 2-year anniversary. I was like,
Oh.
ooh.
Perfect timing.
Whoa,
So yeah, Adam
God.
Sandler was at that disco.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm waiting
He's
for them
waiting-
to play Gangnam Style.
Do I actually like Adam Sandler? I'm not a big fan of him.
I think he's kind of fallen off. I
Yeah.
think he was one of the richest people in the world
Really?
for a while. Yeah, because
so many movies.
his movies, he just pumped out like 3 movies a year, and everyone watched them because it's Adam Sandler.
Holy shit.
I think he's a pretty like okay like drama actor now, but he's not really in as much.
Bro, I got James was mid.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh, okay. so
compared
I'm
to
like-
compared to Good Time, it wasn't as like
Although it makes you
adrenaline
think
building.
Good Time is
I
mid
didn't
as
like
well.
Good Time.
Really?
You didn't like Good Time?
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
It's fucking crazy. You know,
I watched it and like, yeah, I don't know. It just kind of didn't really.
I'll show you. I'll tell you a fun fact.
Yeah, man.
They only gave Robert Pattinson a script,
Mhm.
and then they gave all the other actors just a detailed description of who they were.
Ooh.
So then it was just improv. That's why all the dialogue seems so real.
Oh, cool. Okay, I like that. I mean, Safety Brothers. Yeah, they're like they do good movies, but like, I think like for some reason it's just like the DNA in the movies they make just doesn't click with my brain. Doesn't
The
click with my
Safety
brain.
Brothers are also kind of shady, but I
Are
won't get
they?
into it on camera just because it's unnecessary. But
No
they're-
shade.
All
Actually,
shade.
No,
no
they're just-
comment.
They've just had some like sus business practices recently.
Come and
apparently.
defend yourselves
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Beanie Safety, I know you're an Oppenheimer. When we see you on Friday or Sunday,
I'm going to say something out of pocket.
Yeah.
I thought he was mentally challenged.
well, that means he's done a good job.
Yeah. And then I saw him speak, and I was like,
Is that nowadays? Is that ratchet that he played a mentally challenged
a
person?
little bit.
Yes.
One,
Yes.
I'll do the pro cons thing. This is a shout.
Welcome back to Minty's on the Fence. Today we're
Yeah.
talking about Benny Safdie playing a mentally challenged person in Good Time. Today we have Ethan starting us off with. Are you pros or cons?
I'll do pros.
So pros, cons, cons.
Pros, easier to work with.
Well, that's a little ableist.
Okay,
That's-
No, it's not it's in the fact that you can communicate. You have a level of understanding with
Okay.
them,
Okay.
so you can communicate with them better.
Okay,
And
you
there's like,
saved it.
well, yeah, that's what I
No,
meant.
no, yeah.
Cons. it's kind of weird if you're impersonating a disabled person if you're not actually disabled.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Pros. But it shows how good you are at acting.
Cons.
There are actual disabled actors who could get the role and do it probably just as well. We watched Peanut Butter Falcon. You know, that disabled kid was pretty fucking good at acting, and there's plenty. I worked with a disabled actress on Poppy, and she was very talented. I don't know. Also, like, it's the same as like all those like autistic roles being played by non-autistic actors, and it's like borderline offensive. Well, more than borderline offensive. Just get the people who know what they're acting.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't think Benny Safdie did a bad job. Yeah, I think it was like pretty tasteful.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like in jest, but
in jest.
Like it they didn't do it like to make fun of him.
Right.
Or to make fun of the character for being disabled. Like he was just kind of a character
that was disabled.
who was disabled.
Yeah.
Pros. Way easier to find an actor though.
It's not that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one of the writers. That was a joke.
Okay, I get that. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But I think the final verdict for On the Fence.
Still on the fence.
Still on the fence. I
could go either way.
I mean, like I think it's like if it's completely vital to the plot, then sure. But as you said, like, you know, give the opportunity to people who could actually benefit more from it. Because it's like you're not going to choose Down syndrome kid to play Superman. But if Superman is Down syndrome, you're gonna find a Down syndrome, you know?
Yeah, like if it's I don't know, like Coda, that one about the deaf family. Like the majority of the cast was deaf.
Yeah,
like
I want to
they
watch
put
that.
in the work.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it either, but like, yeah.
Facts. Are you guys gonna be seeing any movies in the New Zealand International Film Festival?
I'm going with you.
Facts. You guys had a look at it?
I heard that it was Shin Ultraman, and I got excited.
Are you gonna come to it?
I genuinely do want to see that.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we'll go see it.
I want to see Carmen, the musical one, because it's got Paul Mescal, and he's one of my favorite actors.
Was he in that thing, the normal people?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's my background.
Yeah.
What else do I want to see? There's a couple on your list that I would like to come along to. But yeah.
I'm not sure I'm gonna go see them all because like you have to pay individually for them and megabucks. But like that's why like I'm actually like really excited to go see these movies because as I mentioned on the other podcast, I'm tired of seeing slop.
Yeah.
And like these like they all just like are unique and like just completely like from left something that I probably wouldn't actually watch.
Yeah.
But like some parts are like that seem like really interesting.
Do you think it's like you've like the oversaturation of superheroes and stuff and like that like for me that was my personality for a hot minute, you know? I love those films. I love those characters. That was awesome. Iron Man, Superman, Batman, Captain America, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, rinse and repeat formula. And now it's at the point where I'm like, because we're studying film, I'm like, I actually want to see stuff that like I would never like have done before.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the same for me. Like, I mean, I love the superhero movies, you know, but it got to the point where it was the only thing I was seeing in cinemas. Yeah. And it's like, cinemas show other things, but the most hype things are the superhero things. Also, I just don't really like cinemas that much.
Interesting.
I went to see Spider-Verse with my siblings, and I was like, I just don't like sitting and watching with like other people around me. Like, sitting with my siblings, it was fun, but like, strangers in the movies, they talk, they whisper, they crinkle. It's like, fuck off.
Do you know what you do? Mad strat. Go in there with a trench coat, stand at the front, yell, I've got a bomb. They'll leave. They'll all go.
Fact.
They'll all leave.
I don't feel like getting arrested in front of my siblings.
No, but you just lock the doors.
Okay.
You state your demands. That I'll finish this film and then you can arrest me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay. I'll do it first. I'll test the waters.
You can walk up when they're not showing the trailers and stuff. You walk up to the front when everyone's talking. You fart while you're facing the screen.
I don't know.
Back.
Yes. Okay. Those are great. We'll take them on board. I don't know. It's just like.
Have you ever tried buying all of the seats?
Hey guys, Mr. Beast.
I actually did go into a cinema once and saw Hugo, the Scorsese film.
Yeah. I didn't realize Scorsese.
And it was just me and my mom, like back when I was like, I don't know, like 13 or something. And the theater was empty. It was just me. It was just us.
That's a dream.
That happened
Yeah.
to me once as well. Did you move seats to like a better seat?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
an
I don't know.
airplane.
I just
Yeah.
I feel like going to hype movies in cinema is kind of killing it for me. Also, I mean, I guess it's just a social anxiety,
Mm.
but it's like, you know, my hearing is a little better than everyone's, so it's like I can hear people like chewing
Yeah.
or like slurping from fucking seats away, and it just it distracts. Also, I prefer having subtitles on.
Fair.
Oh, I don't. I fucking hate watching subtitles
Really?
if I'm not watching anime. I'm like, nah, I'm a pretentious bitch, and I'm gonna like watch the visuals as much as possible.
I mean, that's fair. I can focus more on the visuals if I can quickly glance out, because I read quickly, so it's like I can read what they're about to say, focus on what they're about to like, focus on that. It just keeps me like invested. Like that's why I don't like Dune that much, because I watched it in cinema. I watched it with you and Bianca. I just didn't like the viewing experience much because the characters just mumble the whole time, and the music is so loud, and like I can't hear what they're saying.
Fair.
So it just killed my enjoyment of it.
Damn.
I don't know. you good?
Yeah, I was gonna say the story. Stop me if I've already said it on the podcast. I was I was with one of my close friends, and we were watching a movie, and I spilled a bunch of popcorn under my seat. And
As is like at the movies. Like,
yeah,
so,
at the movies.
You
Yeah,
told me this.
I like it was on the ground and I kicked it and I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
swallow it. And then we started watching the movie, and like halfway through the movie, I'm like, what the? I see something out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, what the fuck? And my friend's under my seat eating the popcorn. Off the top, because the top's good. And I remember me and him just fucking died laughing in the middle of this movie.
Goblin behavior, bro.
Yeah, Jacob.
Fucking no, man.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
That's
Use your
such
phone
a-
to reflect the
such a-
screen. What's going on? Describe it to me. What's going on?
I was like, what the fuck? And he's just eating the. Oh, so funny, man.
how old were you?
Yeah, how old were you when this happened?
It would have been high school, so maybe 14, 15, I want to say 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some childish behavior for sure.
Fuck
Yeah.
hell.
Well,
So
he
funny.
was pretty like
The menace.
hectic. Yeah, he was in my year 10 class. He was fun. He was a funny cunt.
Bro,
Funny
fucking
fun.
spilling popcorn at the theaters is, I think it's one of the most embarrassing things that happen.
I don't like popcorn, so it doesn't happen to me.
You lucky fucker. But yeah, I think actually no, I didn't spill popcorn, but actually recently I went to I can't remember what movie it was. I think it was Guardians actually. Where I was the chick over the counter when she passed me the popcorn. It was like a jumbo popcorn. The bottom hit the table and it
boink.
spilled all over. And this was like rush hour, like prime time movie. This was like the premiere. Popcorn spilled everywhere, and I was just standing there. I just made eye contact with her, and I just like looked over to the popcorn. And you know, there's like the telltale game thing comes up. It's like, choose which direction.
Yeah.
It's like bend down and help, but be late for the cinema. Stand there awkwardly. Guess which one I chose.
Stood awkwardly.
Stood there awkwardly. It's just like, and then she like apologized profusely, and I was like, "Oh, it's chill, haha, funny." And then she got me some more popcorn, and then I just walked away from the mess on the ground. And then everyone else who I was with thought I was the one who did it, and they're like, "You're such a dickhead, just spilling the popcorn and walking away." I was like, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me."
Have I told you about the time I spilled my guts at the cinema?
No.
Did you throw up in the cinema?
Yeah, I threw up in the cinema.
Spill.
Year 8. The summer between
69.
Damn it.
the summer between 8 and 9. Like primary school, college.
Yep.
We went, me and my friend, and then these two girls we liked, who were like our friends as well, but like it was like sort of a double date kind of thing. We went to see Anchorman 2.
Nice.
I had money from my parents to buy sweets.
Oh, you bought too many?
And I decided to experiment with drinks, and I bought a grape Fanta, and it was like a 1.5 liter bottle, and I drank it way too quickly in a very hot cinema on a very empty stomach, and I went out to pee, and I came back, and I put my hand to my mouth, and I felt it, and I was like, oh shit. And by the time I got to the door, I couldn't hold it in, and it hit the floor at the door, and I was standing there like on the verge of like crying.
Yeah.
I look over and like I'm really sorry, And they're like, oh no, and I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. And then one of the guys was like, come to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I get into the bathroom and I hurl 3 times across the floor. Barely make it to the toilet. Oh, I make it to the toilet, but by that stage, I'm the gas tank is empty. And I stand there and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'll clean it up. And he's like, no, it's okay. I will get paid for it, like paid more for cleaning it up. And I was like, okay.
Here's my number. Let me do it again.
I was like, okay. And I go back. And like, it's already been pretty like cleaned up by the door at that stage. And like my friends have come out and they're like, are you okay? I was like, I'm sorry, guys. And then we went back and continued the movie. Fuck. But I've never touched grape Fanta since. It's been like over 10 years now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had that intense. Like, I've never thrown up in the cinema. I've had pretty like good cinema experiences. To be honest.
I haven't thrown up in a cinema, but you guys know the Wellington cable car, right?
Hell yeah,
no.
Bruh.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a holiday program trip, and we're going up the cable car. We're gonna go to like the observatory or something up there, or whatever it was, space related.
Carter Observatory.
Yeah, and I just one point I was just like, huh. And it was just everywhere, bro.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, fuck. Do you guys? This is a random fucking thought off the top of my head. Do you guys remember the transit of Venus?
What's the transit of Venus?
I'm sorry.
I've got no idea what
It was
that is.
when it was some like solar event where like Venus was in front of the sun and you could see Venus, some fucking shit like that.
I mean, I vaguely remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for some, I think it was really big at my primary school.
It was in retrograde.
Facts, bro.
That's why I'm feeling depressed.
Fuck, the Adams, bro. But yeah, no, I remember it was like a huge big thing because like at the time our class was studying space and all that. And we went to Carter Observatory like the week before, and like just to fucking explore and shit. And they were like, oh, this event only happens like once every 100 years, and like if you look up at the sun, blah blah blah, you'll be able to see it. But it was like when it was gonna happen was on a school day. It was like a big L. But then, and like, remember, we're like super, super excited to see fucking Venus in front of the sun. A planet. We're like fucking crazy. And we're like,
God of love.
Goddess
of
love.
Goddess of love.
Roman Aphrodite.
And from the Carter Observatory, they gave us like these sunglasses that you could look up at the sun with, but they're like black sheet ones. So me and my brother were really gutted that it was on like a school day, so we couldn't actually see it.
Aww.
And we were like, we wake up to go to school, and then our mum's there, and she's just like, go back to bed. We're like, what? She's like, gotta see the transit of Venus. You don't have to go to school today. And we were like, no fucking way.
Dub mum moment.
Yeah. So we literally we stayed at home. I think we went back to Carter Observatory on the clear thing. We went into the like Carter Observatory where they had the big telescope looking at it. Like mum pulled out all the stops, and then we pulled up the next day. Like,
damn.
And everyone was like, "Where were you guys yesterday?" And we're like, "We saw the transit of Venus." And everyone was like, "Oh!" And shit, you not. We had the whole school of like about 200 kids line up to use me and my brother's shitty cardboard glasses to look up at the sun. Like a full fucking line. And we were kind of sitting there like handing them out, like, being like, do that. We were soaking it. Yeah, we were soaking it. But yeah, so thank you, Transit of Venus, for giving me clout.
Damn.
Give me a high
Something
clout.
similar was, I think, year 5. It was the first time I've ever seen snow. The first and only time I've ever seen snow. The first time it snowed ever. Well, not ever, but like first time it snowed in Raumati Beach where I grew up. During school, it started to snow randomly, and all the kids just ran outside, and it was like beautiful, and it lasted like 5 minutes. But our teacher was like yelling at us to get back in, and she's like, "Snows, it's just frozen water." And I'm like,
you, bitch.
Fuck you. And fuck you, Miss Scott.
Thanks, bro.
She told me off once for laughing at someone else being a dick during reading, like group reading Harry Potter. Because someone was lying down pretending to sleep, but he was like staring at me, and I got uncomfortable and I snickered. And she was like, "All right, everyone outside. Baden ruined it." And I was like,
and then you threw hands.
And
she's
I
dead
beat
now.
up a child.
Yeah, you beat up a child. Yeah, do you guys remember? Were you guys on? You probably weren't here in Wellington when it snowed, right?
When it snowed.
Yeah.
Which time, bro?
Last year. I was here
Like-
last year when it snowed.
No, but like when it like for real snowed like 8-10 years ago.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
Like for real snowed.
Nah.
Oh, like
I lived on the coast. I didn't. No.
yeah.
No, because like it didn't snow last year. did it?
I had nah.
Oh, it did snow.
Oh no, it did snow last year.
Yeah, you guys were at the bar.
Yeah. We were
Oh,
at
shit,
Valhalla.
True.
But like there was a time like 8-10 years ago where like for real snow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember we got a bit of snow in Pram.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
No,
Yeah, do you remember?
yeah, because
that
it was all in my primary school as well, man.
Yeah.
That was so fucking cracked. Because I remember like
Eaten a lot.
when it happened, it was
Sorry,
like
guys.
it was before we were gonna go to school. So school was like cancelled. Fucking have a pucklet. You want a pucklet one?
Oh hell yeah, I do.
I'll pass it back.
Sure, buddy.
You go first.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I remember like it was because like I went to a really kind of like small primary school. So like it was like bad weather, so they called off the school for like the day. And yeah, it like broke my mind. Like be like snow in Wellington where there's not meant to be snow. That's just fucked. And like me and my brother like completely ruined it because there was only like an inch, and we completely like
Inch can do a lot.
we facts, bro. Motion of the it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean, man.
Well, when you see a flower bloom, trust in the process of the bees.
Oven.
Ethan likes
Of the oven.
coming.
Mm.
Sorry, I don't know why I
Bees
brought that up again.
pollinate, so we can smell the flowers.
If you ever find a green plant at Bunnings Warehouse, they can probably beat that by 15%. Not sponsored by Bunnings.
Fuck,
Yeah, anyway.
This is 2 podcasts in a row where we've brought up Bunnings.
Did we bring up Bunnings before? Oh yeah, the fucking 2x4.
2x4, yeah.
Anyway, fucking
That's what I call it.
Snow's gangster.
Snow was awesome. I'm so sad you've only seen it
I
once.
think I've been to
Yeah.
Mount
Nothing-
Rupehu.
It
must have been
Oh,
Yeah, I've
It
only
must have
seen
been-
it once.
I've been to Mount Rupehu once. It was very odd seeing so much snow everywhere.
yeah.
Very fun though.
What's crazy is I want to go to
Made an
Canada
igloo.
like next
Canada,
year.
hey bud.
So maybe I'll
What
see
during
more
winter or
snow.
summer?
During our summer, their winter.
Yeah, winter. Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. Probably during. The
It will
summer.
be cold as
Yeah.
fuck.
Cold as frick.
Because I got a couple friends up there, like online friends. They both like live across Canada, like separately, but one of them apparently lives near the X-Men mansion.
Dope.
And I'm like, okay, I'll come to you first.
That sounds sick.
Ontario. Toronto.
I think it's
Montreal,
Toronto,
Quebec.
Damn it.
Columbia.
Drew.
Yes.
This is off topic.
No.
No, go ahead.
You know when you're a kid,
No.
when you, neither,
When was
bro.
that? Neil
I don't
couldn't actually
remember.
grow up in a test tube.
You came out of the orb.
In Las Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's just LEDs.
Yeah.
Quinn was formed from midichlorians.
That was probably
I love midichlorians.
facts, bro.
No, damn me up.
Those
Damn, yeah.
midichlorians, bro.
You know when you're a kid,
Yeah.
or Quinn doesn't, but you know some of us know when we're a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're on a. I'm getting, bro. I'm cooking.
Wait, you're
What
saying?
happens when you're a kid, bro? What happens when you're a kid?
So you know when you're,
So
You're on a
join
road trip.
When you're dreaming, when
when you're on a trip.
Oh my god.
You're on a trip, right? And you got
like falling over.
Yes. Whoa. Insert laugh track.
Oh wait,
We can do that ourselves.
Editor.
We can do it ourselves. So save Leo. So anyway, you know when you're on a road trip, when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Not even a road trip, but when you're traveling somewhere like for an hour, a couple hours, and you have like maybe you have a friend, maybe you have a cousin, maybe you have someone to banter with, you know, and you're on for like 2 hours, and then life changes. You're in a different space now. You're not everything outside of these windows doesn't matter, and it's just banter, and it's just fun, and it's just moving pictures across these panes of glass.
Yeah.
Not really. I read books and listen to music.
Oh
but-
damn! Trust me.
Because it was like a 7-seater, but we had 5, so I was always in the back, like
Oh,
by
so you
myself.
did that every day.
What?
Like you had a big. You were in a 5-seater. You were a
We were in a
7-seater.
7-seater with 5 of us. You
That's
know?
yeah. So you did that like all the time.
I
I wouldn't
think
say-
I got lost in what you're talking about.
You're in a car ride for a long period of time, and you're with people that you can banter with.
Oh yeah, but I didn't like banter with them. I just sat and listened to music and with a book.
Oh.
Because I was in the back seat and it was weird yelling forward to people.
Wait, dude, that reminds me.
Nice.
Jacob, who I mentioned before, his
The
mum,
popcorn.
Oh yeah.
his mum had a car.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's
And-
mental, bro.
And it was a van actually,
Yo.
and it
Whoa.
had seats and it was in the back, and the seats were facing out the back window. Like they were facing backwards.
What the fuck?
It was the coolest shit, man. It's getting to sit because I wouldn't sit in the middle, bro. I get on the fucking back, watch this shit.
It was like open up the boot and you climb right in.
Yeah.
Oh, yo!
And that's how you get out through the boot.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. That reminds me. There was this fucking time where my uncle, he like owns a bunch of like properties like over like Wellington and stuff. He's like moving shit, so he had like a big van and like classic like free candy stealing kids van. So it's like a big white van with just
uncle story.
no. Let me land.
Okay. So.
It was a big van that he was using stuff in, and for whatever reason, I was helping him do it, and he had one of my cousins who's like the same age as me, and there were only 2 seats in the front, and there were 3 people. So what he did, he was just like, he's from Canada, so very thick Canadian accent. He was like, you guys can just go in the back. And me and my cousin was like, fucking keen. So we go in the back of a van. All we have is like a bungee cord to hold into, and like
painter's van.
Yeah, bro, straight. And like uncle was not like messing around. Like he was just like, and like we were like, have you seen that fucking video of the guys in the back of the van and they just like
yeah.
It was exactly that. But it was so much fucking fun.
Oh my god,
so dangerous and illegal, but fuck, it was so much fun.
There was one birthday party with my old best friend, like in primary school. He had 2 other siblings, so it was him. I think there was like 8 of us, and that meant we were driving to McDonald's. So that meant one person had to be in the boot, like illegally, and he got concussed on the way.
No,
because the friend's mom had to like she took a sharp turn, like a turn quicker than she meant to, and he just went douche and just got concussed.
That's a fucking
that same
hell.
kid, a couple years later, he was like obsessed. He liked golf balls. Like he liked collecting golf balls for some reason. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
I wonder where that came from.
But like on the back court, like he would throw them and see how hard they went. One time he threw it and it went up and it hit him on the top of the head and he started to bleed from his mouth. And we were like, holy shit.
He must have bit his cheek or something.
Yeah, he like definitely like bit his tongue or
Jesus.
something. But we were like,
that's a horror.
Yeah, that's literally.
That's
it wasn't
terrifying.
much blood. Like it wasn't that much blood, but it was enough where we were like, what the fuck?
Bro just killed himself with the golf ball.
Bro, it's like you guys discovered that's a human off switch. Like right there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, his brain is coming out.
Yeah.
And he was like, he reminded me of Patrick.
Oh really?
Yeah,
oh
yeah. Just like very similar looks. Actually,
Yeah.
I think his name is Paddy as well.
Oh,
which I
fucking
think is
oath.
crazy.
Origin law.
Actually, his last name started with an H, but it's not the same one.
Law,
it's not at all the same
law.
Patrick.
Patrick Heimerdinger.
Yeah. Maybe we can bleep this. Yeah,
You were friends with him?
in
What?
primary school. No,
Like
He went to high school.
Yeah.
He went to high school with him.
he wouldn't. Well, yeah, but I was friends with him in primary
Yeah.
school, and then he became kind of. An
He was
asshole.
my friend in primary school first.
Yeah, like he was like walking around like laughing as he was like bleeding, and we were like,
Jesus.
Bro, that is not.
Cross on a bicycle.
I was like, okay, you need to sit down. He's like, no, so I tripped him just to sit him down. No, like
I get what you're saying.
Bane is savage, bro.
like I did that thing where you like push the back of their knee and gently like
Gently?
Yeah.
I didn't push it, I just like put some pressure on it. I
Yeah.
was like, no, sit down.
And then
It
as soon as
wasn't just me, it was like me and a couple other people like
he's
pushing
wrestling,
down,
holding him
like-
down. He's like, let me go, fine.
He's like, yeah, exactly. He was like, I'm fine, I swear. And he's like, I was like, okay, someone go get a teacher.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
cray
fucking
cray.
gnarly. I think already brought up the time that we had like a fight club at my primary school.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Oh, shit.
Instagram.
Yeah. What, Instagram?
Didn't you guys have an Instagram, or was that us? Was that us that had?
No,
an
we
Instagram?
didn't have an Instagram.
Someone had.
Oh no,
Leo.
that was at high school.
Oh.
We had a fight. We had a fight Instagram where people would upload like
Right.
fight clips and shit. Was that like why haven't like? Because you went Japan for college, weren't you?
For the last 4 years of it, yeah.
Last 4 years of it, and then
That's
you were
most of it.
here for the first 2 years.
Yeah.
And you're pram boys.
Yeah, 9 years.
Yeah, born and raised.
What
I was also born in Pram.
You go. No, you go.
Nah.
You continue.
Quinn was also born in Pram.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the outlaw.
I was born in Wellington.
I'm the
I grew up here
outcast.
for 3 years.
I grew up in Pram. I was in Waikanae, then went to Paraparaumu. Anyways, the fucking Quinn lore, I guess.
I was about to say, I don't think they've been brought up on the podcast, but I would say, we'll start with you guys because we're talking about primary schools. You guys' primary schools, what was that story? Or that thing? Or that dude?
Year 8. Because like the friend group that I had in year 8, we used to play like games like zombie tag and
What's zombie tag? Oh, infection?
yeah, where it's
Action.
like one person starts, tags another, then everyone until one person stands. Yeah. We
Classic.
used to play those games. One game ended with like a dog pile where everyone just sort of jumped on someone. It wasn't like brutal or anything. It was just like, ha, he lost. Let's all like pile onto him.
Yeah.
I join, and everyone's like, ooh, you're gay.
Oh.
And then I was like, following what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Months of just Baden's gay.
Oh.
Like we went to camp. Like that's where I snapped. Like
yeah.
I was sharing a cabin with him, and like, all right, everyone, guard your assholes so Baden doesn't fuck you.
Oh.
Like it was just, I was like,
Kids are mean,
Kids are fucked,
dude.
bro. Kids are actually fucked.
they stopped when I told them I was gonna kill myself.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Hug.
Exactly.
In game.
In game, in
Yeah.
Minecraft and Roblox.
When I was gonna hug myself.
Was there any like
That was like the story that I can like remember. That, and then when everyone sort of for some reason started to call one of the girls in our friend group like a slut.
Ooh.
Because like we had friends who were twins, and they were jealous of another girl because she was like the object of everyone's like desires, because we were like horny little 10-year-olds. I don't like saying that sentence, but you know what I mean. Like they were all jealous. Like the two twins were jealous, and then they started to like, they were real manipulative. So they started to like turn on her, and then got everyone else involved, and like
mean girl shit.
yeah, it was like some awful like gang shit. Like
Jesus Christ.
and like I got involved as well, and I was like, I didn't know what I was saying. Like 'cause
Yeah.
I didn't know what the slut was, but we ended up having to like sit down in like a giant meeting with like the vice principal.
Ooh.
And she was like, I'm disappointed, guys. And we were like, yeah, me too.
On the topic of that, having to
How
have
long
the
have we been
principal
going for?
come in.
I don't know.
Okay, neither.
You guys know sack tapping.
Fuck yeah.
The audio reset.
Fuck.
I'll wrap it up in a bit.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can. Okay.
Okay. I have to talk to work. I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, you can talk like
Yeah, go
yeah.
crazy, go
What
crazy.
was your story, Quinn?
Fact happen.
Yeah, so you guys all know what sack tapping is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
you
sack
know, you go around, you give the friend a little tap, you go ha ha ha. Yeah, my school did that for like about a week or two. And then it got to the
Week too
point
long.
where like people were like constantly just like worried, just constantly like fearful of like everyone else around them. And then we had to have an entire school assembly to explain why sack tapping was bad. And one of the big things I was just like, you might not be able to have kids in the future. And I was like, okay, okay, way too young to
care.
understand.
Yeah.
I remember fucking sack tapping was an epidemic during high school, an all boys high school, bro.
Oh yeah.
And I was the disher as well. I was the receiver and I was the disher. And I remember it was always like, yeah, you always like catch them off guard. But
I'm worried that they wanted me to come in, but didn't tell me to come in.
what's that
You don't
problem?
have
Yeah, I
uniform.
know. They didn't tell me to come in.
Well, you don't have your uniform, so you can't like.
He did actually. The manager did say, "I'll let you do your thing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what he meant.
It is what it is. Maybe should I sack tap you to make you forget?
No.
No.
Okay.
So then I'm gonna add on a little bit to my sack tapping
Yeah,
Yeah,
story.
you continue. Sorry.
A couple years pass, you know, I'm in high school now. I get a girlfriend, and I explain to her what sack tapping is,
Oh.
and then she's like, "Oh, can I do that to you?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think it'd be funny." I'm like, "No, why the fuck would you do that? That's just like, what the fuck?"
That's
And she's like, "No, I think it'd be funny." I'm like, "Okay, only if I can do it back to you."
Sorry, that just clicked. That's like some Levi like braille.
Levi
like,
really, bro.
Yeah, and then she was just like, "Okay, fine." So it got to a point where it's like, you know, basically just hanging out with our friends and just sack tap me. I'd be like,
Ow.
"Fine, I'm okay with this." Yeah, strangely enough, we didn't work out.
I
Crazy.
remember accidentally, like, not accidentally, but like just seeing a good opportunity to hit someone on the nuts, and I went way too hard. And I felt so bad because he was like, in so much pain, and I was like, I'm a terrible person. I went home that day and I was like, I should just not exist anymore.
End
I'm
it
an
all.
awful person. Yeah.
Mom, I fucked up today.
Yeah, no, that was what happened with me when I did that exact thing, and it was like we used to play handball. Do you ever play handball? But not like the tiny ball. Yeah,
with the small ball.
Yeah. So we used to play handball like fucking a lot.
Yeah, handball was a big thing.
And like it's like sack tapping was like the funny, like you know, people standing in line and sack tapping were funny. And I remember I did it to one of my mates at the time so hard that I felt bone hit bone. And my man, like I hit him and I regret it. I'm you know who you are.
Sucked him back in.
You don't watch podcasts, but you know who you are, and I'm so sorry. But like, yeah, he had it and like went over, and he like I think he fell backwards, and like but not like he sort of like braced himself, fell backwards, and he was just there, and like I instantly knew like shouldn't have done that, and then like the bell rang for everyone to go back in class for lunch, and like he was like still out of it, and like then again I had the two decisions were like leave him and go to class, stay with him and be a good friend. So I stayed with him. I felt bad, but he was like it was like 50 minutes of him just like wincing, and it was I think I said probably about like 1,000 times like I'm sorry, bro. I'll buy you a fucking butter chicken wrap, bro. I'm sorry.
One time I got stuck in a tree for an hour after lunch ended.
Wait, what?
It was a tree. Okay,
you couldn't jump out.
Year 3.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So a shrub.
Yeah. No. It was a huge tree.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
For year 3. For year 3.
No, just for anyone. Like it had to
Man's
be
in the
pulled down
redwoods.
because like it had to be pulled down because it was dangerous with how tall it was.
Oh shit!
Like for students to be, but I climbed. I didn't get that high, but I got like I just got stuck. I didn't know how to get back down.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in the tree. And
KISSING.
my friends were like trying to help. They were doing their best and like trying to help me, but I was just
It's
stuck.
not working.
And we went back to class, and teacher was like, "Just get out of the tree next time." And I was like,
okay.
I tried. I found a fucking photo when I was at my parents' this weekend. I found a photo of that classroom. I should bring it in.
Damn.
Like I found like little baby me.
Baby Lord.
Like so many people in that class I forgot were in that class.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck. Anyway, that was a little trip down memory lane.
I do have a story.
You fucking do.
I have a primary school story.
Yeah, man.
That's how I got this.
How did you get those scars?
The face?
A scar. Yeah. It's how I
Was it
was
knife
playing
tag?
ball tag, huh?
Was it a knife tag? Sorry.
Yeah. I got mugged, but I fend them off, and I stole their money. I was playing ball tag.
play it again. sorry.
It was toes.
I was playing ball tag.
Yep.
And I remember I was running from something, and either the water fountain made the ground wet, or it had been raining or something. And I remember slipping and falling head first, or like this, into the corner of the drinking fountain basin. It was concrete. And I remember crash. I'm on the drinking fountain. I get up. My dumbass. I think it's a bruise. So they're like, they're like, my friend's like, I need to get a teacher. It's like, no, keep playing. I look at my hand. It's covered in blood. And I'm like, oh yeah, get a teacher. Get a teacher. And so I walk over. I get like some tissues. They cover it. I end up at Team Medical, which is the medical facility there.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I remember the doctor was like moving the skin around, and for a second I felt a finger like in my head. It was like something in my head. I distinctly remember that. 6 stitches.
Damn.
They said it was gonna be like a pinprick for like the anesthesia. They did like fucking, I swear to God, like 10 times. Like beep, 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 beep. That's it. I didn't feel the stitches, and then I got to watch Inception and eat McDonald's.
Yo!
So happy ending.
I have a similar story with just to do with anesthesia.
Yeah,
There's really nothing to do with the actual face. But I went to the dentist once, and
Only
I
once?
had to do 2 fillings. Yeah, because I fucking hate the dentist, especially after this story. I had to get 2 fillings, one in the back, sort of one just like in one of my front teeth here. He was like, the front one is really small. It'll be quick. We're not gonna numb you for it yet. if it hurts, tap me and we'll stop. It was the most excruciating pain I've ever experienced.
What did they do to your tooth, sorry?
Like filling. They were like drilling and stuff to like fill it up. And I was like tapping him and he's like, it's okay, we're almost done. And it's okay. I was like,
what a fucking liar. Yeah, what a piece of shit.
He knew you were gonna be in pain.
Yeah.
Especially because like I liked him as well. He was like this cool like Scottish man and he was like, all right, Baden, we're gonna do your teeth today. I was like, okay, I trust you. And then he fucking gaslit me.
Oh my god.
That's where I get my trust issues from.
My dentist.
That's why I haven't been back. Even though I definitely should.
Swag.
Someone's gonna come in 5, 4, 3.
No, they're good.
Okay.
So on the I was gonna quickly go into the dentist thing. One of my wisdom teeth came in sideways when I was like a bit younger, still in high school, whatever. And so I went to go get it removed, obviously.
As you do
with fucking dumb things with your mouth.
When your teeth
it was in Japan, whatever. That's not important. Yeah, essentially. And as they started the procedure, what song was it? Poye came on, and I was just like, what? Okay. Anyways, but on the anesthesia stuff, dude, cool, the longest fucking like thing I've seen in my life,
like
bro.
Needle.
Yeah, the longest needle I've seen in my life, and it just, I mean,
I know.
And they're like, okay, we're gonna do it like 4 times. You shouldn't be able to feel it by the 4th. And I was like, God. Okay. So they injected the first one. I was like, and I just kept going, and then I injected it, and then
Did you guys have an on-site primary school dentist?
Used to, yeah.
Because we did.
It was like a seasonal
thing. And it was so embarrassing going. Like it was, I don't know why, but anytime the dentist came in, I feel like my teeth are not that bad today, guys. Why do I need to get called in?
I thought it was the guy for the day. I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, same.
No, but then you have to like sit, if they, like when the school dentists have to do your fillings, like that's just embarrassing. I don't know why.
I haven't got any fillings.
Wow, okay.
Not anymore.
I got banana fillings.
What's that?
They're temporary flavored fillings. They taste like banana.
Really?
I feel like I probably need fillings now, but I'm getting like, it's just because like it's common with autistic people to just like not have great like oral health or like personal hygiene. I don't know why.
Interesting perk.
Anyways, real quick, I just want to say,
Yeah,
as they were cutting, they weren't removing my tooth; they were cutting it into pieces to take it out.
Oh, the wisdom tooth.
Yeah,
right.
and I remember my brain just rattling, like everything was like, yeah. And then, I mean, and your tongue, by the way, guys, found out, well, on doing that, your tongue gets really interested in things in your mouth. So, no, I didn't get cut.
I thought you were feeling the drill and didn't feel the pain.
No.
I thought that's what you were going to say. Oh, that's scary.
You let the back is
No, it was like, the dentist was like poking around. I kept going, I was like, can you just not? I'm like, sorry, not thinking right now.
I think the worst thing, like what's worse than drilling the teeth is I hate the scrapers. Like the plant scrapers.
That is one of the worst.
I'm not mad at the scrapers.
Nah, do you know what's the worst? The fucking blowing thing?
Like once they do it for a while, it's like, okay, I'm used to it now. But
no, actually, do you know what's worse? Like the fucking the cold thing, bro.
Well, that's not that bad.
Because like the sensitive teeth thing, like because I have very like sensitive teeth.
Oh, okay.
Because
do you use Sensodyne? Rapid relief.
We used to, man. Back in the day.
Sponsor us,
Sensodyne.
Please.
Do you know? Well, keep going.
Sorry. I have a tooth-related story as well. Actually, from primary school.
Go.
Like it's because I've never broken a bone.
Neither.
I drank so much milk as a kid. I'm built.
Hell yeah.
That's not true. I possibly have broken a bone, but I'll get to that.
The one time I actually like fell over. There was one time I actually fell over when I was younger, and I shit you not, my mum said I bounced.
Wait, what?
I fell over forward and I bounced.
That's a superpower.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
do you fall over, bounce back up?
Like Dracula, bro. Yeah, that's not the story, but yeah, it's one time. Do you guys do jump jam?
Yeah. Love jump jam.
Yeah.
I was a little shit and I used to judge people who wouldn't dance right.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be further back and I'd see someone dancing. But then if I was at the front, I'd be like, oh, everyone's judging me. And then in reality, I was just an ass.
Bro, I got invited up on stage to do it all the time, baby.
Damn, bro.
Yes, sir, I was in that.
Couldn't do that.
But yeah, so like it was after we did jump jam or whatever. And one of my mates was like sitting on the ground and like I was being funny and sort of like trying to like pull him up. And he wasn't budging. And I pulled him up and his head hit my chin, and my teeth hit each other and cracked the crown of one of my teeth. And like it hit, and I was just like, like it was fucked. And then so I cracked the top of the crown. And then it was clutch because we had the dentist on site because we didn't have dentists on site. We had like the van that pulled up. If that's the same thing as you guys.
Yeah. I had like an actual building.
You had an actual building?
Yeah, we had an actual
I
dentist
had one
building.
as well.
Bougie motherfuckers. We just had a
this out 10, baby.
Damn
What
true.
primary school did you go to?
Discovery School, baby.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Discovery Channel made a school.
Yeah, man.
That's not for money,
Holy
bro.
shit.
But
It's a giant
habitat. Yes.
it's a giant.
I used to live across the road.
Oh, shit.
Spinnaker Drive.
Did you ever get like X-rays of your teeth when you were a kid?
Yeah.
You know that thing that the stupid fucking plastic thing that they put in your, and it's the most uncomfortable thing that you could ever have in your mouth, and you're,
But sometimes it's kind of nice and comfy. Do you ever get those feelings?
no, I couldn't get it right, man. It was like
they kept asking me to redo it because I kept getting it wrong.
I could get it. This is completely off topic. But do you guys have? Yeah, we'll wrap up after this one. Did you guys? Huh?
I've got 2 more stories, but it's okay.
Did you guys ever have? Do you ever like nice pain? If you know what I mean, like nice physical pain. You know, like
when I was younger. Oh, I'll probably start doing it again now. But like I'll punch my thigh like this. It's like it's not. I wouldn't call it pain, but it's a
did you
nice
say
sensation.
pain?
Yeah.
Oh, they said paint. Sorry.
No, do you get a nice pain?
Like it stings a bit now, but I
But yeah,
feel
like
so
for instance, like that one. Like there are times when I could definitely know that it was like uncomfortable, but there's like it's weird. There's a slot right at the perfect of the back behind the molars that fits. I'm like, this is nice.
Oh, I do get that. Sometimes I'll clench like my teeth, and it might be like sensitive or something, and it'll hurt a bit, but not too much to the point where I'm like, ah.
Or like what's like a. I wouldn't say poking a bruise. No, that's
I think one for me is like popping a painful pimple, but being satisfied that it's popped. Like I don't necessarily like enjoy the pain, but it's like just getting it done, and like it hurts. If like sometimes pimples hurt, you know, it's like fuck that hurt, but it's so satisfying that it's like gone and that it popped.
I have like an indent in my thumb that I like just bite on constantly. That's my pain I enjoy.
Yeah.
I also in bed when you whip me.
Shut up, Quinn.
No, sorry.
I have a little anecdote sidetrack.
Shut up, Quinn.
This might be an old wives' tale, but the inventor of the marshmallows was a dentist, and he invented his own dental dams. He's made his own homemade dental dams, like to keep the mouth open, like the cotton things. But they were edible, and they taste so good the patients kept eating them, and they turned into marshmallows.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
It could be an old wives' tale, but it's a story that I heard when I was younger.
You said in bed when you...
Oh, I was just making a joke about BDSM and being dominated. And I like the pain.
Yes,
I thought it was in bad taste, so I stopped. But you guys want to hear it, so there it is.
I'm a sucker for pain.
I had 2 more stories, but I don't remember what they... Oh, I'll just do one. Talking about the not breaking a bone. I don't think I've ever broken a bone before, except we think that when I was a kid, I fractured my skull. Because there's a photo of me, and everyone knows that it happened in my family, but I fell down some stairs and like cracked my head, and I was bleeding a lot. And we didn't realize until like a couple years back that I probably fractured my skull. Damn. Because like I wasn't like in any pain or anything.
How old are you?
I was like 2.
Oh, yo.
But we think that that's why I have tinnitus, the ringing of the ears.
Fuck tinnitus. Tinnitus. Do you know how beautiful it would be to not have tinnitus?
Do you have tinnitus?
Yeah, it's not too bad, but I just
don't know if I have tinnitus or if it's just the autism picking up like the technology.
It's the ants. The racist ants.
Oh yeah, the racist ants.
Technology, bro. Wait, but if you like
hold worse, bro.
But wait, no. If it is technology, if you just went into the Watts with no technology, then would it go? If it would go away, then
well, I don't know.
Well, maybe he'll hear the fucking the leaves more.
Yeah, maybe I'd hear the ants. And
they'll become more clear.
The ant.
Yeah, maybe it wouldn't just be racism. Maybe it would be a whole lot worse.
Ascend us.
Send us to a different plane.
And you just pick it up.
What if I was the ant? Anyway.
Imagine that, just like the finger coming through the clouds. Pick us up, bro.
Yeah.
That should be
and then they don't know where they are because chemtrails.
Facts. Chemtrails over the country club by Lana Del Rey.
True.
Anyway, speaking of chemtrails over country clubs.
Sorry, I'm not.
Do you want rhymes with country clubs?
No, scrubs.
Do you want rhymes with no scrubs?
What?
Do you want rhymes with no scrubs?
What?
All done.
I think that's about the time we wrap it up. This has been a very, very chill conversation.
It has been.
It's been.
I like this episode much more than the last one.
Yeah,
I can tell you a story.
To wrap us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. One story for the road.
It's like a 3-minute story.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's time it. No, I won't do that.
Should we annotate it? Should we add sound effects?
No, just go.
There was a kid.
I
don't get it.
Keep going.
Just go.
There was a kid, and every day after school, he would walk along the beach and find starfish washed along the shore. And every time, he would pick up the starfish and throw it back into the beach. He'd do this every day. The second day he comes back to the beach, there's more starfish. And again, he would pick up the starfish and throw it into the ocean until the beach is clean. One day, one of his schoolmates catches him and sees him and says, "What are you doing? Why are you throwing all of the starfish in the ocean? They're just going to come back the next day. This doesn't matter." He picks up a starfish and says, "And add it to this one." And he throws it into the ocean.
Damn.
That was beautiful, man.
Yeah. That's a fantastic way to finish the episode. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this very just lax storytime podcast.
You got any homework or
Help each other. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. For homework, I would say I've got a funny idea. If people actually watch the end of the podcast, dislike this one.
Ooh.
Don't like it.
Well, no, because then that makes
don't dislike. Leave a like.
Leave a like.
Leave a comment saying
that you exist.
Yes, say I exist.
Say I exist.
Say country clubs in the comments, and we'll all be confused.
Yeah, because we won't remember. Because as soon as the cameras turn off, we get switched off, and then our personalities come back in.
I repeat, do not dislike this
video.
That
was a joke, guys. Laugh. That was a joke. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, listening, subscribing, liking, dinging that notification bell.
I have a question.
Yeah, I was just in the middle of the outro, but you can just.
Is there homework?
Is there homework?
The homework is to dislike the video, apparently.
No, I'm being silly. I'd say the homework for us.
Yeah.
Homework.
This is why I speak.
This is why Leo hates being on the
podcast. This is okay. Do you want our homework is gonna be? I want all of us. Oh yeah. All right. I want all of us.
What is it?
2. All right. Right. I want all of us to make up a story. We're gonna bring it to. It's gonna be like short, like Ethan's. Why does
it take so long, dude?
My brain's going like. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, we're gonna make a story, but one of them isn't real.
How do we know which one?
Exactly. Thank you for watching the Arts Class Podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram at the links in the description. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next episode.
We all kissed last Sunday.
Bye. Bye.